Hi, I'm Roberto Martinez and you're watching Toffee TV.
Welcome to Toffee TV. This is the match preview. Manchester City versus Everton in the Premier League. It's me, Baz, Matt and Les here. Man City, again. Bollocks. Thanks for that. Fixture schedules. It's a weird one, this, because you know what? I don't care that much about this game. I know that's a bad thing to say. But I know what I mean is, it's like I'm almost so focused on that second leg. Yeah, I do. Say what? Say what, Ped? I care. Whoa! And he's broke the mic. There you go. Broke the mic down. Star jumps. That's how committed I am.
Good start.
There we go. Straight off the bat, we're doing star jumps. We're breaking mics. I'm just because
that's what we do.
That's what we do.
You don't care about this.
No, I do care. But I do care. Of course, I care. But in the spectrum of like things I care about, it's almost like
we're all going to have one eye on the semi-final, really.
Well,
this is like a bit of a warm. It feels like a bit of a warm-up for that to me.
It does.
See how we do in this one. That gauge how we're going to do in the second one. Totally different game. Plus we'll have totally different keepers in goal. Don't want to go back to that.
But what the first point I want to make is there's talk that Lukaku's going to be fit, but I think if there's any issues, that I just wouldn't play him.
Yeah, just play Coney because he had the cracker.
Yeah, it's amazing to get Conor McAleny up front with him, and we'll be
the dream
boss.
The dream.
It's the dream team of Walter Smith.
And give Leandro Rodriguez 24 seconds again.
Yeah.
Let him impress.
Yeah.
I care about it because
the
Premier League is where we
of course it is. Of course it is.
And we
Bread and butter.
Why you gone redknapp on me again then? So you're going to say, these are badges. What you can see is badges. And that's match preview. And that's a hashtag.
This is a mug. It's a mug, I hold it and I drink tea.
Sorry.
Or coffee.
Sorry, Jamie.
Or Horlicks.
He doesn't.
Or Bovril.
Doesn't drink Horlicks, too intelligent.
Or if you're ill, you can put a hot toddy in there. Go on, continue.
It's important to us because we need to get the league form going. We're slipping dangerously away from where we need to be.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Where do we need to be?
In the top 8.
Higher up.
In the top 8. Oh, those standards have dropped.
No, but at the moment we do, don't we?
I think the most important thing about this game is that we don't take a hammering, because psychologically that might set us up. Well, I might set us up. That'll be very, very bad for the second leg.
In a funny way, I think it might suit us.
What, to take a hammering?
No,
you're so negative, man. You're so negative. Coming here every week with your negativity.
Let me finish.
All right, sorry.
I think the actual game itself might suit us because we've shown against Tottenham in the last half hour that we can be compact. Against them at home, obviously we're the same. We played well in the break, so it's an opportunity to continue that precedent. And I think we're all a little bit worried that he's going to go back to this cavalier attacking style that cost us against Leicester, against Stoke. And this is a game, hopefully, where he'll stick with that blueprint where we are solid. We have got someone who's industrious on the left, plays better central midfield. We perform well again, and he starts to think, actually, this is the way to go forward. This is the way to play. And you mentioned there about the goalkeeper, and I had a bit of a laugh about it. I think Rob Les just has to start this game because I know he won't, but if you look at, we've got the biggest game of our season, probably one of the biggest games in our recent history, in a couple of weeks' time. What better opportunity to prepare a goalkeeper who has not played much football? He's going to be playing a massive game. What better opportunity to prepare him for that game?
Get familiar with the surroundings.
By playing him in exactly the same game a couple of weeks before.
Yeah.
Just makes so much sense, regardless of what you think of Howard, regardless of what you think of the manager. It just makes sense to put him in the team for this match, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
By look at design, probably a bit of both. He's hit upon a formula there with that team we played against Man City and the end of the Tottenham game. He's hit upon a formula where it's all balanced, we're playing well, and we can get results against City, who obviously a very good team. But he needs to stick to it now. But he's just worried, don't you? He might just start arsing about with it again and make changes here and there.
Best that you put up front.
Oh yeah, or just drop him completely or something. You just don't know.
I think, for me, they should be confident after last week because when you play a team and you beat them the way we did, and it wasn't a lucky win, despite what, Pellegrini, how he's still their manager, is beyond me anyway. Wouldn't trust him to make me a cup of tea, but we should go out there as players and think, well, we beat these last week. There's nothing to fear. Obviously, they're a very good side, but Everton are a good side. It's just that we've been far too inconsistent. If they click and everything goes the way they can, they could obviously turn us over because they've got players who are like Aguero. I just love him. He's amazing, you know, and they've got top class players. But like I said on the final word last week, these are £1 billion in the making, you know, and we're not. So, but that shouldn't make us any fear them at all because like we've just turned them over a week ago. So we go there, like you say, and stay compact. We are good on the break, you know. Delafeu terrifies anyone. We've got Lennon, who offers that pace as well. So it's, if you take one off, the other one's going to come on and do, okay, not a similar job, but someone who's still quick. Lukaku's as good as anything around at the moment, you know, in that role. And it's about the solidity. And I think if he was to say to Joel Robles, you're in till at least February, just get over these next few, you know, get some games under your belt, say to Howard, just have a blow for a few weeks. The defence can grow into that as well. I think right back is obviously going to be a problem. I expect Funes Mori, lacerations up to play. I think John Stones will play right back, and I think Jags will be there. And then from there, then, you know, we've got a few games coming up, tough games. You know, Chelsea, although Chelsea away, you know, it's not as hard as what it was. So you never know there, and we are good on the break. And it'll give the team a chance to develop over the next 3 or 4 weeks. And then, if he still wants to put Tim Howard back in goal in February when those 2 games are out the way, then fair enough.
But or not.
Well, he's going to play, isn't he? Because he said he's his number one. I think even if he was sat here now, you'd say to him, he'd tell you he's his number one.
You're right, though. We do need to build momentum because we've just not all season, have we? It's just been stop, start, stop, start.
That's the first time we've won 2 games
back to back in it. So we do need to build on that. So however we do it, he just needs to find something that's solid and we go with it. Or as you say, I can't know about Tim Howard again.
Just do it.
The defence.
The people who like Tim Howard start watching this channel about a week after we started it.
It just looks more solid with Joel at the back. They obviously trust him. The defence obviously trusts him because he can kick it and he can come out and catch it. And all that.
Sorry, I'm not. Yes. We're not laughing at you. We're laughing at the fact how you've just qualified what he can do. Just the basics of any goalkeeper. That's it.
The basics of any small child.
But it's true, isn't it? Because soft ollies can't. Like when he came out, when he came punching out against Tottenham and it went behind him. I mean, that was the kill for me. But he can.
Phenomenal.
He does that. He comes out and he catches it and he kicks it. And the defence, obviously, it's got to settle him, isn't it?
When a ball goes in,
it's on the back there.
He's in the
that actually means Tim Howard. We've been blagged all these years that it means thing.
I think there's definitely no Tim Howard. If it says nil, then there's definitely no Tim Howard in the badge.
He comes in here. I like the fact he comes and claims the crosses and stuff, and that to me, you know, when it goes into the box, he's going to come and try and take it. He makes decisions. At times he's going to make the wrong one. Of course he is, because he's a goalkeeper and they're all crazy and stupid and everything else that goes with it. But 9 times out of 10, at the moment, he's doing enough to stay in the team.
This is the argument that I keep on having with people. It's not that like I'm anti Tim Howard. I'm pro Joe Robles. That's what it is. I just think he's a better keeper at the moment. I think his kicking is superb. I think his throws are superb. It's not even his distribution. It's how he's so switched on. You know, me and Matt have talked about this a few times. It's like he has a real go at players if they're not set. As soon as he gets the ball, he's having a go at them. He's talking to people all the time. You know, he's pinging the ball left, right, and centre. You know, and he makes simple stuff look quite easy at times. You know. We've gone back to the Dagenham and Redbridge game at the weekend. They had one sort of chance, 20 minutes to go, where it was a free kick just outside the area. And, you know, everyone's thinking, 20 minutes to go, it's only 1-0.
10 minutes to go.
Yeah, well, no, 10 minutes ago. I'd lost track of time with those people behind me.
I was looking at the clock, couldn't wait for it to finish.
And they lumped one in, and he just come out and caught it. And that was the end of it. Yeah. That was the end of it. There was no sort of getting caught up in his box or being too deep or letting someone try and head it. He just come and took it.
He done it.
That was it.
Against City last week off the Fernandinho header, which was a basic save. It was just a basic save. And he took it, ran past 4 players and bowled it out, and we were on our way. And you're thinking, we're on we've just been defending a corner 2 seconds ago and we're in there half. Because the keepers took it and bowled it. And you watch him, every goal kick, it's out quickly. And sometimes the defenders haven't even got there and he's hit it to them because he's like, let's go. And it's all that transition.
I think a lot of people still have some doubts about him, and that's fair
enough.
That's
understandable.
But we're never going to know if he is up to the level required to be our goalkeeper unless he gets the chance.
But mate, what are they?
And when you've got a goalkeeper who's 37 next year, to have someone in the squad there who's obviously got promise, who Martin has obviously raised because he brought him in, to not have even given him a chance in the team to see if he is capable of stepping up next season.
He's only 25 as well.
Exactly, it's borderline negligence.
Why are the doubts though? Why have people got doubts over him?
Just because he hasn't played a lot of games.
No, that's it. They put him in. I think he made his debut at Fulham in the cup, and we had about 708 chances that night, and we got beat 2-1, and it was all down to Robles, even though we didn't really make that many mistakes in the game. No one said anything about the centre forwards couldn't hit the balls out with a banjo. It was, you know what I mean, it was all about that. Then he comes in 4 months later for the game, and then he's back out. Then he comes in 6 months later. You can't say, oh, he's dodgy and all. This is the kid that won the FA Cup with Wigan.
Yeah.
And was amazing in that final, by the way.
Fair, I mean, I always
against Man City.
I always thought Robles was dodgy. I always did.
But why?
No. And then Miss Jones. And then
all right, Rigsby. See how much it's young then.
And then when he had that little run of games, it suddenly, like, mentally...
But why did... Yeah, well, I'm asking him, why did you think he was dodgy?
Because he kept on making mistakes.
But he did.
No, I know.
I think the Krasnodar thing sticks in a lot of people's mind because it was mad.
It was
dead weird.
That Arsenal game in the Cup, I remember when he came in for that, and he was really, really poor in that game. And like you said, I understand the point you're making, but
even at Barnes, this year...
That Arsenal game, people go on about Robles. Was there any goals directly his fault?
There were a couple of times I remember when he did make.
But he didn't score from it. But everyone looks over the fact that Ross Barkley missed an open goal at 2-1.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
If he just side-footed at 2-2 and we go on and get it to
well, I mean, just focusing in like on him. I understand the point you're making, but
as a keeper though, as a goalie, if you don't play, it's hard enough playing any position and not being in the team, and you come in for one game and you go, and people will go over to midfielder or a striker. Oh, well, he hasn't played, he's a bit rusty. He's not crap, he's just a bit rusty. It's worse for a goalkeeper. You come into a back four. We've got a goalkeeper making mistake after mistake now. He plays every week, so I just don't. For me, the downward look on Robles is unbelievable. For me, is unbelievable. It's just short-sighted by Evertonians who
But what I was going to say is though, when he played those 3 games or the games over Christmas last year, I think mentally something just changed him, and he just suddenly realised that.
And he knew he was in for a bit.
He was in for a bit, and it just clicked. And you go back to the Krasnodar game, and even Barnes at the beginning, this season, he was a little bit dodgy in that game, and he come in off the cold. But again, it's almost like every time I've seen him since, it's like he knows this is his chance. Now maybe that's why Martinez has kept him out the side. Maybe Martinez feels like mentally he does lack a little bit of toughness, and maybe next season he'll give him a run. But I just feel now that he's got that mental toughness, now that it's suddenly something has clicked with him, because he's starting to just do the basics very, very simple.
As Matt said, if that's the case, it is negligent from Martinez, because Tim Howard's costing us that many. We've got a keeper who could come in and do a better job. I think this game, if Tim Howard comes back in, it could put it in sharp focus to keep a situation, because he did so well against City at home. If Howard comes back in, he might have a good game, I don't know.
When?
Well, yeah, when he comes back in. If he has a bad game, because remember what he was like in the home game against City? The 2 goals were his fault. The
game changed.
He got man of the match in that. He got man of the match.
And I had to give it to him. The game changed because of it. The game was on a knife edge. We'd had a few chances, City had had a few chances, and the game changed because of his mistake.
Anticipate.
It was one of the worst mistakes I've ever seen a goalkeeper do. And yet he got man of the match for making saves that I could make. Just normal, everyday saves I expect every goalkeeper to. And he cost us 2 games and 2 goals in that game, and somehow still got man of the match.
I think the thing with Howard is, and I've said this before, he's not. You can't keep pointing every week saying he's made a mistake that's led to a goal, because he hasn't.
No,
he hasn't. But it's everything else that goes with it, and it's where you're starting. And if Roberto Martinez is really building this young Everton team to go forward. Young doesn't include a 37-year-old goalkeeper, or 36-and-a-half-year-old goalkeeper.
But he's part of the badge.
It includes a young.
Part of the badge.
It includes a young,
hungry
goalkeeper.
Badge.
Yeah,
all right. But the other thing with Joel is Joel has made a few mistakes, but people who point out his mistakes, he's not replacing Neville Southall. He's replacing a goalkeeper who's making mistakes. Last year, I can look at one of the goals in Newcastle. He flapped that one Hull away when Jelavic scored. He went down on his knees. I went like that. You know, that's what I mean. It was a bit weird, but then I look at Crystal Palace away, which was a pivotal game, and he kept the clean sheet. He was brilliant. He kept the clean sheet against Liverpool. He was great in the FA Cup. And every time he's come in, he's done well. I think he's done well. He's got better and better. Barnsley, he was shocking. A couple of goals for Barnsley. But he hasn't played for 6 months, so you can't say he's dodgy when he's only playing.
Listen, he's all we've got, isn't he? He's all we've got.
But he's not crap.
No, I know, but I'm saying.
This is the manager's fault. This is
that's what it is.
We can slag Howard as much as we want, and we've pulled him up on mistakes for a long time now, and he has been making a lot of them. But the fact that the manager has not addressed this issue for something which is over a year in the making, that is entirely his fault, and it's creating an almost farcical situation now for Howard, because he's, the fans are on him. Granted, he doesn't help himself by turning around and clapping.
It's not fair on him. No,
it's not fair on him at all, no, because people seem to think he might come back into form, but I just think he's finished.
I just think he's. We did a poll on the Twitter account. Nearly 2,000 people got involved in it, and 83% it was said he should be in the team now. I think another 7% said not now, but he's the long term, and whatever's left, because my maths can't be bothered. I can't be bothered working it out. But about 9 people said, and his dog and his kids probably said he should be playing. Rolex shouldn't be in the team. So that pretty much tells you. I mean, that's. I know people might say, "Oh, well, nearly 2,000 people is quite a big number, isn't it?"
Bigger than the normal when they do the normal. 80% only hundreds of people. So I just think, listen. He's going to play, but I think you both just the actual real issue on the headers. It's not so much him out. He's not going to go, I'm not playing. Yeah. Is he? It's down to the manager. And if the manager can't see it, then we have a big problem. Well,
he actually said, and I'm paraphrasing now, he said, well, what we need is players who are leaders rather than players who are in form. That's paraphrasing what he said. Well, that to me that to me is a shocking thing to say.
But he can lead at 2:45 and he can lead at 4:45, can't he?
Yeah. Does that mean we should get like Kevin Ratcliffe then? Dave Watson?
But if you're on a lead experience and a leader, put Nev back in goal.
Yeah.
But to say that, we need experience. Why does he trust a 21-year-old kid who does Cruyff turns in his own box to play centre back, and then say, well, we need a 37-year-old in goal? Because that to me is like night and day. That is completely like mad.
Because it doesn't back it up. It doesn't back the arguments up. It's up.
That's right.
It just shines a light on
that to me is just mental.
It's inexplicable. It's got to that point now where how it's.
You sound like a cartoon villain then when you say that. It's inexplicable.
Get on the cat. Where's the bloody cat?
It's just gone beyond the joke now, really.
And we got to a point where we just know we're stuck with it.
When you were saying before, when you see that, when you were saying less about, you see the difference between them. I see the difference when I watch goalies come to Goodison. When I watched Leicester, Schmeichel had a bit of a dodgy game into Tottenham at the weekend, but when I watched them, I just thought, here's a keeper that does things that I want to see ours do: catch, kick. You know those things about before. No, but just, and I was watching the difference and just think, ask any Arsenal fan, and they will just say to you, Czech this year has just come in and it's not about the saves he makes, it's about his presence, it's about the crowd not having to worry about the goalie. He comes and takes corners, he organises the back four in front of him, he keeps just everything nice and tight, he just everything's just the basic level that you shouldn't even be thinking about your goalkeeper. And we've been spoiled. I mean, Neville Southall, watching Nigel Martin was just, what an incredible goalkeeper he was. When we had Richard Wright, and everyone, there was almost like these arguments about Richard Wright. I remember at the time going, is he crap? And then when Nigel Martin came in, you went, yeah, he was crap. He was crap because he's amazing.
And you just need a steady goalkeeper. And at the moment, Tim Howard, listen, it's like anyone. If Lukaku was missing open goals a yard out, he'd have to be put on the bench for someone else. If people can make it a Tim Howard issue and go, you just don't like him, it's got nothing to do with whether you like it. It's about players in form. If John Stones starts costing us goal after goal, he needs to go and sit on the bench while Jagielka plays with Murray. That's what it's about. No one should be irreplaceable in your side, regardless of form. But the manager's now causing friction between the fans and the goalkeeper and himself. He's making a three-way thing because he's coming out with statements like, he's part of the badge, he built the stand originally, and he's John Moore's grandson and all that. He's coming out with all of that. So
he's actually doing the deal for the takeover.
So therefore,
and it will be signed in his blood.
everyone's, you know, was Dixie Dean reincarnated, and everyone's back's getting up then because they're all going, well, hang on a sec, why is it just getting, and then he's coming in, taking the cross and then going, giving sarcastic claps, and it's just really toxic, whereas Wednesday against Man City in the Cup, there was just a calmness.
Yeah.
And that you're playing against the Aguero and Yaya Kardashian with that ass, but and then Silver and they were like that, and it was that
worry wasn't there, was
there was
it?
no worry then on like Dagenham, speak, you know, bless them and all that. The fans were great and everything for them, but they didn't really cause a threat. But like Ped said before, he come and took the cross, and there wasn't even an issue. It just went in, he caught it and doled it out, and you were just like, yeah, that's really what your keeper should do, and that's what we need. We need that calmness, because that calmness will then transcend through the team, and the confidence will come up, and then, you know, if he makes a few mistakes, then put Albert back in. Then there's no argument then, because you can go, well, he's not doing it, and there's a fella who deserves to come back in. But you can't just keep playing someone because they've got your back in the dressing room.
Even
and that's what it is, because he's got his back in the dressing room, or he looked after him last year when Sammy was giving the knives out, you know, to stab him in the back. He was there protecting him, giving it the owl, you know, Roman Emperor and all that. And that's it, and he's getting payback time now, and it can't really happen. It's for Everton to progress anyway.
But yeah,
something
it
needs
does
to
come down
change.
to what you said. It's negligent. It is.
But lads, we're talking about a guy who's part of the badge. He's Secretary of Defence of the United States of America. You know what I mean?
But the other side of it is going forward with boss.
Yeah.
And that's what Martinez has brought, hasn't he? He's brought that excitement in and everything on it. It's just that if he can get that other bit right.
We can't.
Well, let's go back.
We can't have the two things.
Let's talk. Well, no, we go back to what we were talking about before. The system. It is about the system, isn't it? I mean, you know, you say stumble across the system. I say watch this show, because it's basically what we've been saying for weeks. But Cleverly, hopefully he'll be fit, because some other players being fit. It's important. Cleverly's fit so we can occupy that role on the left. Bessage.
I think he will be.
Bessage for Wednesday. Who's fit and who's not fit.
But that's almost another reason why this game's sort of been like, could do without it. So it's almost like, you know, both games are
I think Cleverly.
But I think he'll be fit. I think he'll be fit.
Rom will be fit.
But
the thing about these, you mentioned there about sort of the De Bruyne, Silva, Aguero, Sterling, amazing going forward, but
At the back.
they are. He's you know, he's been playing Mangala, and he came off injured against us, didn't he? And Demarcus has come in, who obviously the manager thinks is even worse. So you think Otamendi. I like Otamendi, but he's been a bit too rash at the moment. He's charging in, trying to do too much, and
they're all over the place.
They are at the back. They're really poor. And I think you been talking about goalkeepers. I think Joe Hart has bailed them out a lot. Some would say, and he's been at a quality season, but we'll go there and we'll get chances. If we stay compact, we play on the break, we will definitely get
score
chances.
there. We will definitely score.
Without doubt. And they've shown this season, they have spells in games where they're amazing, but they have spells in matches where they are dreadful.
But they're also, I think
we need to gegenpress them. First 15.
Liverpool
did probably 3-0 up.
I think when they went to Spurs, even in the second half, they just capitulated. They conceded a goal.
But I think that they're one paced as well. So they'll just bamboozle you for like 20 minutes by keeping the ball, and it's almost like they're just trying to suck you into leaving big gaps. But it's all dead one paced. And it's like the first 20 minutes of Goodison, if you can get through that time, and they'll have a couple of spells during the game where they'll just keep it, and they're just trying to move you around in circles and create those gaps. And as long as we switched on and focused, and that's why it's dead important we have the first team, as many first teamers.
Mo needs to keep his head in there.
But I have no
but I'm saying that it's just that there with the crowd and stuff.
Yeah, it'll be different.
If he goes in,
it'll be different. He won't be able to make some.
And Gareth Barry as well. Gareth Barry's the worst one for it, isn't he? Just giving cheap free kicks away sometimes. So, or clever free kicks, but if he does too many, it's a book. And if we just stay compact and not give them anything early on, then we'll, like you said, we're going to get chances. We'll grow into the game, and they do push on, and then they leave big gaps. And what's important is we try and take those chances. And like you said, we've got to have as many of our strongest 11 out as possible, which I think we will. I think we'll have, apart from Coleman, I think everybody else will make it. So it'll just be, obviously, it's just a pity, you know, unless he goes with Oviedo at right back and leaves Stones along, you know.
I hope not.
No, but I'm just saying, you don't know, do you? Because it's one of them, isn't it? He may just go, or he might put shifting Stones.
I think having Stones,
right,
but I think having him at right back and having Delafeu in front of him, that gives you really good. That gives you a really good safety net, doesn't it? And
I think it's a game we can definitely get something from. I don't think there's any don't think there's any question
Just
about
imagine how emboldened they would be going into that second leg, and we do get a draw, or we do get a nickel win. It'll be massive for them. So, yeah, we've done all right there, haven't we? I know we haven't done it the last couple of years, but we have got a good record.
10 years, yeah.
But even last season, you know, Etu getting kicked in the back and
Barry
getting booted in the head, and they got a dodgy penalty, and you know,
penalty was atrocious, wasn't it?
They've never really beaten us.
And then Joe Hart pulled that save off from Rom, didn't he, right at the end of the volley?
Even the season before, when he beat us 3-1.
Dodgy penalty.
We should have had a penalty, shouldn't we?
Dodgy penalty.
We should have had a pen, and now you got a dodgy one.
Yeah.
But you won there, really, aren't we?
So, yeah.
2 penalties in 2 games, maybe. Could it happen?
Maybe that's it now. Maybe we're going to go Crystal Palace. Maybe we'll be Crystal Palace, just get pens every week.
Nah. Nah.
Scored off a set piece and got a pen at the weekend.
That's mad.
And there was a cat, and Coney scored.
It was that good.
Pitch invasion.
Pitch invasion.
Peanut paid.
Should we go back and do
That's
this?
Amazing. Brilliant.
Yeah, anything else mad happened?
That pitch invader? Have you mentioned that?
No. But we don't like
Not
that.
even if the steward goes flying, because that is dead funny.
My mate's the steward though, that has to chase after him. He wears footy boots and everything to chase after them.
The one who was running after him didn't.
Who was it who caught him? Was it Graham Jones who got him on the sideline?
I thought it was mad as a first. I just seen a fella with slightly balding hair. Robbie's gone for
I
it.
thought it was Graham Jones.
He could have had a knife.
Fella from behind the bench. It was.
Could have had a knife or anything. No, I think they have like a security man on
he
the
just stepped down and grabbed him by the throat, didn't he? He's given him a couple of addicts.
Yeah. Anyway, on that bombshell.
Bit of a tangent, yeah.
Well, if we can get the cat signed in within the next 48 hours.
Let's leave the cat.
Who knows?
Let's leave the cat. I heard an escape from the hot walk, but that was just the rumour going round.
So you're here.
Once again, Toffee TV distances itself from Peter McPartland's personal views.
That wasn't a personal view. That's what I heard.
From Peter McPartland's rumours. Just want to get that straight.
I think there's more.
Now,
put it this way.
Let's move on.
I think there's more. I think there's more in that rumour than there's one in the Yarmolenko one. So,
mate, there's more rumours in anything than the Yarmolenko one.
What with the car being on fire as well on Saturday?
Oh,
the
yeah.
car.
Oh, yeah.
The car on fire as well. How did we mix all that in the
final?
In the
version.
Wagner
Just edit this and put it on the end of the other video.
That's too much. That sounds like too much hard work. Right. Anything else you want to add?
Nothing.
Just win, basically. Right, tell us what you think about this game. Should Joel Robles stay in goal? Or should Tim's over there somewhere? Should Tim go back? Oh, Les is gone. Give us your... Les! Good reactions. Say it! That was a big moment. I ruined it. You ruined it, Les.
Les can never play Tim Howard in this film, though, the next 5 years.
Oh, Christ.
That was like Belgium all over again.
Cap on it?
You got these are tribute to Tim Howard. Right, tell us what you think in the comments about this game.
Once again, Toffee TV.
Disclaimer. Ignore everything that he says. Ignore everything. Tell us what you think about this game. Will we get 3 points? What should we do? Should we play the players if they're not fit? Tell us everything about this game.
We'll find Tim Howard in the badge.
Yeah, if you find Tim Howard in the badge, let us know. Where does he live in the badge? Anything else? Don't forget to subscribe as well. Join us on Twitter as well. It is at Toffee TV 1. On Facebook it is facebook.com/Toffee TV EFC. Starting to remember that one now. We'll see you next time on Toffee TV.